Hey guys, I'm back today. Well, not really back because I hardly film sit-down videos. It's kind of difficult with an infant, but I am here today to film a tattoo tag. I've actually been wanting to film this video for a while, probably since I started doing YouTube, but I was always just like, oh, I'll film it after this tattoo, and then I just kept getting more tattoos, and now I'm maybe going to take a little break for a bit. It's December now, so probably a few months. I want to start a back piece next, so it'll be a little while before that. I'm gonna stop blabbling and get right into it. So you might hear Lola making some noises in the background. She's just sitting right there and her co-sleeper trying to nap, so fingers crossed she stays asleep. Okay. I don't have the best memory, mommy brain aside, so I'm going to start from the bottom up because it's just easier than going in chronological order. There are some that I remember when I got them, so I'll just mention that as I go. The first one is actually at the very bottom, at the bottom of my foot. I'll try to show it. I don't know if you can see that. I'll insert photos of all my tattoos as I go. That one has a smiley face, a heart, no, a peace sign, a smiley face, and a heart. It's peace, love, and happiness. I actually got that one when I was in Australia, and there's no real reason behind it besides I was getting it while I was getting another one, and the tattoo artist and I were talking about the worst places that no one gets tattoos. And he was like, well, no one gets one on the bottom of their foot. That's silly and painful and it would hurt really bad. So I was like, fine, do it. And it wasn't that bad. I mean, I couldn't imagine getting my whole foot tattooed, but it was really small, so it didn't hurt that bad. Alright, so the next one on the same foot says to the moon and back. And I got that one when I got the one on the bottom of my foot when I was in Australia because I was missing my mom. And she always says to me, I love you to the moon and back, so I thought that would be a nice thing to get to remember her. And that was about 2.5 years ago, but about a few months ago she got just the moon on her back, and that was kind of her I love you to the moon and back for me. So next on my feet I have an X and an O that I actually did by myself, which kind of hurt. I don't know if well, it probably hurt because I did it myself, but also because your feet do hurt pretty bad. They're just kind of silly, and I actually tattooed the X and O on Jesse's thigh, like right above his knee, so we kind of have those matching tattoos, which is kind of lame, but I like it. On my foot, on the side of my ankle, I have a peace sign. I'm not going to try to show you, I'll just insert a picture now. I have the peace sign on the side of my ankle, and that was actually my very first tattoo. I think I was 15 or 16. I just went to a random shop, which I really wouldn't suggest doing because the artist wasn't very good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it could have been better, it could have been cleaner, and it could have hurt a lot less, I think. So definitely do your research and go to a good shop that has a well-known good artist. And that was the only one that I got that wasn't really at a good place. Most of my tattoos too are by Scott Forbes at Oceanic Art in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. He's done the majority of mine. He's done a lot of Jesse's. He's done my dad's sleeve and my brother's sleeve and all of my mom's. So he's really great. Next, I have a heart on the side of my knee that I did myself. I was just kind of bored and did that one. Next would be the anchor on my side. It's on my left side on my ribs. Scott did that one, but I got it right before I went to Australia and I didn't really take good care of it. I got to Australia, I was in the sun right away. I didn't put sunscreen on it. It didn't heal very well, so it's kind of patchy, and I'll probably get it filled in again at some point. It didn't hurt really. I found it tickled a lot, like I jumped, and I don't know. People say that ribs hurt really bad, but I didn't find that they did. I have on my right shoulder, I have in Sanskrit Om Namah Shiva, which is kind of personal, and if you want to look up the meaning of that one, I will leave it down below. Oh yeah, none of my tattoos, well, some of them have meaning, not a lot of them have a ton of meaning. I feel like people put a lot of thought into them and overthink them and have like huge expectations of them having this big, deep meaning, but sometimes like you just like the tattoo and it's artwork, and I'll get on to my arms. I will start with my right arm. On my right arm I have, I don't know how well you can see it, but I'll insert a clip now. It says, "We're all mad here," and I am obsessed with Alice in Wonderland, so that's why I got that. I think that it's so interesting and just kind of trippy and just a really cool story, and I've always loved the movie, the Disney movie, and the stories. I kind of have a little tradition of picking up every different kind of Alice in Wonderland book that I can find whenever I go to a bookstore or a different country or anything, so that's why I got that one. The next one is here. It says Wildflower, which is also from Alice in Wonderland, and I actually got that one done in Bali in Indonesia when I was there, when I was living in Australia. And I know everyone was really like, "Oh my god, you're not going to get a tattoo in like a third world country in Southeast Asia," but a lot of Australians get tattoos while they're in Bali or Indonesia or Thailand because it's a lot less expensive than in Australia, and the artists pretty much only tattoo Australians. At least the one that I saw said that 90% of his clients are Australians or New Zealanders, so it's not that gross. I saw him open the needle, I saw everything, and I haven't died yet. So and now my left arm, which is getting kind of full. I mean, not as full as Jesse's arms or anything, but I'm working on it. First I have this heart with a J in it, which is obviously for Jesse, and I got this instead of his name or anything because I think that's a bit much. I mean, this is a bit much, but if he decides to be an asshole and leaves me, then I can just fill in the heart. Then I have on the other side, that's kind of hard to show, but I will insert a clip. This is my dad's signature, and there's kind of, so that one's my dad's signature, and there's actually a funny story behind that one. I was still living at home when I got it, and technically my dad was like, "Don't you dare get any more tattoos while you're living under my roof." He's really kind of sexist about girls getting tattoos, even though my younger brother has a sleeve, and he has a sleeve in his back, and yeah. So anyways, I stole his credit card so I could get his signature off the back of it, and he didn't know, and I had got our tattoo artist to scan a signature, got it done, and I hadn't had time to put his credit card back into his wallet, and I was out with him and my mom, and this was after I got the tattoo, and he was like, "Where's my credit card? Like, someone stole it," and absolutely freaking out. And I didn't have the guts to tell him, even though my mom already knew. She was sitting there and she knew that I wanted to tell him, so she didn't say anything and just kind of let him freak out. So then I told him, I didn't even tell him that day, I let him kind of lose his shit for a little bit. And then I told him the next day, and he cried a lot. So it was kind of nice, even though he didn't want me to get any more tattoos at that point in time. He really liked it. Let me see. Next I have on the back of my arm, I don't know if you can see that or not, it's an arrow pointing to the left, and it means if nothing goes right, go left, which is kind of funny. I got that while I was in Australia, and I was trying to get another visa, and nothing was kind of going my way, and I was really frustrated, and I really wanted to stay there, but I couldn't, obviously, because I'm not a citizen, and it was really hard to get a visa to stay. So I got that tattoo to remind me, even though things aren't going how I would like them to, there's always a different path, and thankfully I didn't stay there because now I have Jessie and Lola, and I'm a lot happier here than I was when I was there. Another one on the inside of my arm here, it says Let It Be, and I got that one in Australia as well. And it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a song by the Beatles. I love the Beatles. I always have. And I have really bad anxiety about things, and I can't ever just kind of let it be and just leave things to let them play out as they will. I get really stressed out, so I got that one to kind of remind myself to just take it easy and relax and let it be, and yeah. Next up my arm is my peony, and I'll insert another clip of that here. Jessie got this one for me last year. I think it was a birthday present. I can't remember, but peonies are my favorite flower, and I just thought it was beautiful, and Scott did that one. Next is my butterfly right above my peony, which kind of hurt right in my ditch. Well, all three of the ones on my arm around my ditch didn't feel very nice, because that's not a very nice place to get tattooed. So I got my butterfly as kind of a gift to myself. Well, Jessie paid for it, but a gift for after I had Lola and I could finally get a tattoo again, because it had been almost a year since I got a tattoo, and I just thought it was really beautiful. So that's why I got that one. And my last tattoo is my Lola tattoo, and it's my absolute favorite, and that one's pretty self-explanatory. It's my daughter Lola's name, and that one's still kind of fresh. It's about a week and a half, 2 weeks old, I think. So it's still healing a little bit, but I absolutely love that one. It means so much to me, and I just love her so much. I'm so thankful that she's here. And I'm gonna get super emotional. Oh my god. Hormones! When you have a baby, when you're pregnant, after you have a baby, after you have your child, you're just like crying over everything. It's crazy. Yeah, but those are all of my tattoos at the moment. I'll probably do another updated one when I get more tattoos. Probably, I'll try not to every time, but maybe like once a year or something. Usually people include their piercings in these videos, but I haven't had any that are too crazy. I have my ears pierced, just one hole on each side. I have my cartilage on my right side that I don't ever wear anything in. I got that done in grade 4, I think. I had my septum pierced, but I found that it never really healed. Like, it was always really uncomfortable. So that fell out when I was sleeping, and I was kind of thankful for that. And I had my belly button pierced when I was 13, I think. Took it out when I was 15 and still have a massive scar there. So if you're ever thinking about getting your belly button pierced, don't do it. The scar never goes away. So that is my tattoo and kind of piercing video. I hope you guys enjoyed. These are one of my favorite videos to watch, so that's why I decided to make one. Make sure you like and subscribe and share and all that stuff. I have all of my social media down below and my blog and everything, so check those out, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! It's really hard filming with a baby. Say hi! Say hi, guys! Hi guys, hi guys, hi guys! Gotta love when your baby barfs on you in the middle of filming a video.
Hey Baba. Hi. Get her to smile a little.
Babe. Alright. She doesn't like her bum.